Hi, my name is John, and this is Business Focus. In this sixth episode, I want to share or discuss with you a recent news that shouldn't come as a surprise, but a lot of people were enamored with NFTs for quite some time since when it was introduced. NFTs are also known as non-fungible tokens, digital currencies that if there's any sort of speculation that you want to consider, this is one of those. And a lot of people were carried away with digital currencies that being sold online or stolen and then sold online for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars, has created a lot of hype. And I wasn't one of those who were excited to begin with because of its very nature, similar to cryptocurrency, because of its digital nature, and it's hard to quantify any value, and it's all pure speculation. And obviously, a lot of people, individuals, who try to capitalize on its popularity, egging on their people, fans, even big companies, gaming studios, trying to sell those NFTs, which if it were it has worth any value, then people would have bought it. Well, I guess people were not what do you call this? Were not knowledgeable at the time. And lo and behold, with this recent article that just came out with Forbes.com, that 95% of its NFTs are dead. And you may wonder why. And obviously, the fact that it's, as mentioned earlier, that it's digital by nature, it's not unique. It's one thing if you want to associate with an actual painting where it's something tangible, you can see and you can speculate of its worth, whether it's made by Michelangelo, if it's a Mona Lisa photo or portrait, then at least it's something you can see. And if people can afford to buy it in terms of its value, then so be it. But in terms of NFTs, I wasn't so excited to begin with because of its nature, as I mentioned here. And as you can see here, those people who have invested heavily here are in for a rude awakening, which is sometimes a hard lesson that people have to learn, that not all the trends that are present will be the trend moving forward, so to speak. And one of those is NFTs. And you'll notice right away there were a lot of scams that was brought about this, and a lot of people were out of their pocket with a lot of money, thinking that it has a lot of value, so should be a stark reality or learning experience for many, that especially with digital anything, you should be concerned of its actual value here, if it does have any value to begin with here. Anyway, so if we were to read on the article, it was mentioned that NFTs have been dubbed the rising stars of the growing market of the past few years. However, a new study by DAP Gambi has found that 95% of the NFT collections held by an estimated 23 million people are now worthless. So with close to 8 billion people in the world, there are still, 20 million may not be much compared to the rest of the population, but still a lot of people were duped into thinking that they are worth a lot of money. And obviously, those who were pioneers who sold those NFTs, were able to gain a lot of profit out of it. And using digital as a tradable asset in a form of art that fluctuates in value is another term for pure speculation. It's one thing that you want to speculate with NFTs. It's another if you're speculating in terms of the stock market, which actually at least it's based on the valuation of a company, not more so than in this case of what you're willing to pay, your perception that it's worth something, then another person is willing to pay that amount, and then you have a bidding war in this case. But in actuality, the value of that NFT is close to zilch or zero to begin with here. And that's the sad reality of what has happened here. And a lot of dead investments held by millions and millions of people worldwide here. And as you can clearly see here, of the 73,000 NFT collections, as mentioned, an eye-watering 69,000 or close to 70,000 has a market cap of zero ether, or zero value, which is pretty startling, meaning a lot of people have investors were duped into believing that it has actual value here. And it was mentioned here that it says weekly traded values of NFT sat around $80 million in July 2023 alone, just 3% of its peak in August of 2021. The statistics effectively means that 94% of people holding NFT collections are currently holding worthless investments. Yeah, sad to say here. And it mentions also that having looked into those figures, we would estimate that 95% to include over 23 million people whose investments are now worthless. So this is a case, as mentioned, NFTs, a case of buyer beware. Obviously, in this digital age, with social media being prominent, a lot of people selling a lot of stuff. It's up to us for consumers, individuals to do our due diligence to study whether this is a good investment. Is it a risky investment? Is it here long term wise? You have to ask a lot of right questions. May not get the right answer all the time, but it's better to be safer than sorry here. And there were a lot of people discussing the fallout of this because of such terms that people have this FOMO, fear of missing out, so they want to be part of the trend, and obviously those have consequences if you haven't done your due diligence here, as in the case here, which is, I wasn't even seriously considering investing here. At a certain point years back, I was considering investing in cryptocurrency, but again, the value of the cryptocurrency is based on speculation. So if that were to shift down, it will fall on the same boat. But obviously, the NFTs crash even faster compared to cryptocurrency here, because in the case of cryptocurrency, at the height of Bitcoin, I think it was valued at close to 70,000. I was thinking it would reach 100K at a certain point, and then it dropped significantly to just $20,000. Let me double check where is Bitcoin's price as of late. Uh, right now, it's just hovering a little close to 27,000. So meaning it hasn't rebounded here. Will it even rebound still? I don't know. I mean, there's still people invested in Bitcoin, in cryptocurrency. Obviously, digital currency here that has been popular lately. But in terms of the value of NFTs, that's a different animal altogether, because obviously it's more on artistic sake, more on digital art that you're selling here, and whether people are selling you or consider selling you is just up for their own interest to make a lot of money. And a lot of people, if would believe in that value, then they'll pony up for that money, and little would they know that that would mean nothing down the line, or be worthless down the line here, which is kind of sad if you think about it. So anyway, have you considered investing in buying any NFTs or even cryptocurrencies right now or sometime in the future? Here, leave your comments down below. Anyway, that's it for this week. Come back again on Saturday for more business news. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.